What's up, everybody? My name is Brascus, and welcome to Prismata. I received a free key for this game a little while ago, and I've played through a decent portion of it because I was trying to figure out really how to describe it, and it took me a while to actually get through it. So let me show you what I mean. We're just going to walk in and kind of review all the different parts of this game, starting with the campaign mode. Now, I'm glad that they cared enough to write a campaign into this because that does make it more interesting to try and get through it. And at the moment, you can see over here, coming in April, complete episode 2. There's all the way down, I think, 5, complete episodes 3 and episodes 4, so on and so forth. So there's multiple chapters to the game, which I think is excellent. And if we go ahead and we look at chapter 1 here, there's a bunch of different ones. If you can complete 4 expert medals, you can unlock the incendiary biotics. So we'll test out the expert challenge on this one, which I haven't actually done. Expert challenges designed to be fiendishly difficult, will require careful strategic planning and several attempts to clear, even for experienced Prismata players. Recommend completing the combat training challenges first. Understand the risks, we'll give it a shot. I've never tried it, I don't know how bad it'll be. Okay, each expert challenge adds a twist or variation to make the original mission significantly more difficult. Here you must win in only 8 turns. Wow, okay, well, we'll give it a shot, and then if I can't do it, we will try again a different way. Expert challenges are not ordered by increasing difficulty. The first 2 expert challenges in episode 1 are actually 2 of the most difficult ones. Huh. Okay. So I can use the assemblers to construct more steel splitters, and then the Odin... I can consume 1 steel splitter to gain 4. Well, that's worth it, especially where I can produce 2, and then we can get all the others. Alright. Start by, I guess, clearing out one of these, one of those, and end the turn. So on its surface, this game looks a lot like a trading card game, but in reality, that's not really what it is. You don't so much select a deck and construct something from that as you do... It's more like a real-time strategy game. It's all about managing your resources. You can construct units. Those units provide combat ratings. Certain units will produce different types of, essentially, currency, coins, or fluids, crystals, things like that, in order to help you achieve your goal. Wait a minute. If I clear those out, I only have an extra 6. If I take the 7 out, I can clear off 3 of those and 1 of those. I need to maximize the number of units I destroy in order to really make this work. Okay. And then construct 2 more of those. More of those. Also, rather than most combat... or card games, sorry, trading card games will kind of affect... It's more about... man, I'm trying to figure out exactly how to say this. You know, I really already said it. It boils down, quite simply, to how the game is played, ultimately. In a trading card game, you're usually earning your own resources as part of your deck. Or in the case of games like Elder Scrolls Legends or Hearthstone, rather than earning your own, you're just getting an increasing amount of resources to spend on cards that you have each turn, and you can obtain cards that grant different amounts of those same resources, so you can play bigger cards sooner or later, or however you want to handle that. Man, I'm not going to pull this off, am I? That'll let me get rid of those. But I think this is turn 8, isn't it? Yeah, so I need to be able to destroy him right now, and I only have 18 damage to begin with. Huh. So I could do that, but I've failed the challenge. Alright, let's switch to an actual... let's see, I'm trying to remember if I can do practice games here or not, and I'll kind of show you what I mean. Battle, I think. Casual match, rank play versus computer. Computer personality. We'll go basic bot for now, because I'm honestly not really great at this yet. Standard base set +5 random. So you do kind of construct a quote-unquote deck. But it's more just the blueprints that you get. And unlike a traditional card game where you would have to worry about drawing the ones you want, in this one, they're already there. These are the blueprints that I'm allowed to use, right here. All of these. And right away, these guys produce electricity, and these ones produce coins. The drones, I have to click on them. These ones just do it automatically. Using those materials, I can then unlock and buy new units, just like you would in a real-time strategy game. For this particular instance, we're going to buy a couple more of those. Then it becomes their turn. So in that sense, it plays a lot like a card game, where you have turns. Obviously, you don't do that in a real-time strategy game. Okay, let's go ahead and get a couple more drones, and then with that, I can buy 2 more engineers. And in a second here, we're going to start buying some other stuff. Okay, so now that I've got those, let's go ahead and buy, much like he just did, I want to, let's see, sure, gain 2. Do I not have the other one? I guess not. Okay, well, let's go ahead and use a blast forge then. We'll get a couple of those. Okay, so the blast forges gave me 2 of these. Bohemium repliques, and energy are discarded at the end of your turn. Alright, so now that I've got those, let's go ahead and grab the doomed mech for 9 and another drone for 1. And we'll commit to that. And he only lives for 5 turns, but I can gain 2 points of damage from him to do that. So I don't really mind. Then I'm going to buy another... Oh, wait, I'm out of money, aren't I? Okay. Oh, that's why. There we go. Have money again. Let's buy another blast forge. Actually, let's buy 2 more blast forges and another engineer. Now we can overrun his defenders and commit to the damage. And he's going to attack us for 1. We'll overwhelm with that. No big deal. Let's get more of those, throw up a wall, make sure we use him since he's only going to live 5 turns. I don't want to waste it. And we'll go ahead and buy some more drones, because I'm going to need more money for what I'm planning on doing next. Okay, now they can't block because they've only come into existence this turn. But unfortunately, I think he's starting to overwhelm me, so I need to really figure out what I'm going to do here. Oh, well, let's just bring him in. If I can afford that, I should be doing that. Yeah. Commit to that. He has to assign his damage. And now I have to assign damage to my guys. Yeah, I'm probably not going to win this. Like I said, I'm still very new at this, and I'm not very good at it, but we'll keep trying. Okay, let's produce a couple of walls. I don't quite have enough for any more of those. Let's grab some more drones. Overrun his defenders, and we'll drop on the... Let's see. I have 4 more. What do I want to take out? Why don't we start wiping out those? Should start eliminating his ability to buy a lot of stuff. These I have to weather, but they've got limited life, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's buy a couple more walls. It's probably not going to be enough, but we're going to do it anyway. And then some engineers. And this is telling me that the enemy can breach my defenses, so I'm going to take some casualties in this next round, but it's kind of going to have to be worth it. Alright, so I have 4 damage. I could take out 2 of those, so let's do that. But he's done a lot better than I have amassing his stuff. Which again reminds me of real-time strategy games, because, you know, the faster you can build your resources, the faster you can build an army and overwhelm your opponent. And that's not a balance that I've ever been able to figure out really well, if I'm being perfectly honest. Okay. I think I need to get more of those to be... Let's get another one of these. And that's all I can really afford to do. If I click that, he could breach defenses, but I think I'm going to go for it anyway. Because at this point, I'm really just demonstrating. I want to stress, I'm really not good at this. I've played through the campaign, and I will also say this as well. The campaign mode was very well designed. It's an excellent explanation. It does a really good job of teaching you how all of the systems kind of work together, which I am extremely grateful for. Okay, I have 5 left, so we'll hit the steel splitter for 1 and take out one of those. Just go ahead and commit to that. This isn't going to feel good, but he can do that. I don't care. Alright, let's build some walls. What? Oh, right. I keep forgetting to do that. I know my wall supply is running low, but that's okay. Overrun the defender. Still have 4 points left. Let's see. These gain 1. These grant 2. So let's knock those out, because I don't want to be taking those kind of hits. Six, I can take that, although let's actually undo that and take 1 in the engineer, and then we can do that and keep the wall. Because, like it mentioned and told me, I'm running out of walls. Okay, so granted all those, and we'll build another one of these. That's okay. It's totally fine that those are depleted. Overrun the defenders, and I still have 5 points left, which will allow me to knock out that. And we're good. Could destroy all of your defenses. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna risk it. If he takes out my walls, I can deal with worse. What? Well fought, I surrender? I didn't know they could do that. I don't think he's actually surrendered. I think he's just there. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and buy up the last 2 walls. And I will throw in... a conduit. I've never actually used those, so I'm curious to see how it goes. And then we'll throw in these over on the defenders. We've got 6 points left. Let's knock out both of those. That's still on a timer, so we'll start knocking out drones. I probably should have knocked out his blast forge, but oh well. Okay, and then I actually need more conduits for this. If I'm going to get that thing, I'm going to need... Oh, I only need 1. So we've done that. Let's go ahead and grab another couple animuses as well, and we can start doing what we should have done in the beginning. Alright, so there's 5. There's another one there. The Tarsier won't be there till next round. Knock out the animus and 3 of the drones. Okay, so we might actually come out of this on top anyway. Right, I have no energy to keep buying those, but that's okay. So I now have 4 of the repliques. Gold and Gaussite are stored at the end of your turn. Oh, well, that's good to know. Alright, let's spend 11 and buy one of those, and then we'll buy a couple engineers. And then for 7, we can wipe out more drones. And he doesn't have any engineers until now, so he couldn't build more drones. 3? Yeah, you can take out another wall. It's fine. Okay. Money. damage. Go ahead and buy... No. Another Mahar Rectifier. And... let's buy a couple of drones. Well, a drone, I guess. Okay. Proceed to damage. 14 points. Alright, well that's gone. Those are gone. Those are gone. Alright, now he can't produce anything, really, because he doesn't have any money. His 1 point can be blocked by that. Yeah, if you ever run out of drones, you're screwed, because you need money to buy literally anything. As soon as those drones are gone, that's pretty much game. Okay. Buy another one of those, just because I can. We'll buy a Gauss Cannon, just because I can. Overrun Defenders, the Tarsier, and all the Blast Forges, and that's it. And we win! So it's against just a basic bot, but that kind of explains how it all works. So, the game also does have online modes. You can already hop in and start playing online games against people if you want. You can also, just casual matches, quick play, ranked play is all here, versus a friend, computer. Learn, not here yet, but there you go. You can view the wiki. Player's guide is coming soon. You can watch games, which I always thought was really interesting as well. So if you want to, you can see who's playing and what blueprints are being used, and you can watch them. It tells you how long the match has been going on for as well. So there you go. That's pretty much everything to show you about Prismata right now. And I think it's a pretty neat idea. It's a really cool game. It's not one that I'm personally good at, but I do enjoy playing it. It's in early access, I believe, right now. Give me a second and I'll tell you how much it is. But it's definitely an interesting idea. You've heard me say it before if you've been on the channel for a while. I'm a big fan of any indie game that really brings out something new to the table, that brings a new idea, that decides to do something different, and Prismata definitely does that. Okay, so currently the Prismata early access is about $24.99 on Steam. So it's $25 in early access. It's a decent investment, but it's got a pretty decent following, and it is a pretty good game. The game feels fairly well balanced. It doesn't really feel like any particular faction or blueprint set is better than anything else. Most of the game comes from how you manage your resources rather than who has the better blueprints in their arsenal. And those do also become unlocked as you continue on. Let's see, where was it? I think it was Customize. You can view them. Armory? No, that's not it. Somewhere in here, there's a blueprints list. And I'll be honest, I don't remember where it is. Here it is, Unit Blueprints. So you can view a various number of blueprints, and you can unlock more, I'm assuming, as you continue to play through the game, or as... yeah, haven't discovered it yet, increase your level to unlock additional blueprints. So as you play through the game more, there's more units to pick from, and I'm sure the strategies get more and more complex, so it gets more and more interesting as you go. So there's a lot to really like here. And back to what I was saying about it being an original concept, since it is a very unique blend of card game and real-time strategy, it's really hard to define it, and I want more games like that. I need more games that are entertaining and well-designed that don't fit within the scope of everything else, because that's how we wind up with new and interesting franchises. You know, games like Shadow of the Colossus, nobody had thought of fighting something that big and making that the entire game before, until it came out, and then it kind of became this classic. I'm not saying that that's what this is, but somebody had to do the idea first. Portal was a relatively new idea when it came out, and it turned into a huge thing. Mirror's Edge is another game. That one hasn't necessarily done quite as well as the previous two examples, but it was something no one had ever done before, and it made it different, and that's awesome. So I would love to support these developers. If you think it's a neat idea and it looks like a lot of fun, if you're into strategy games, I do strongly recommend it. Especially if maybe you don't particularly, or you like the idea of card games, but maybe you don't really like building a balanced deck, or you feel that that relies too much on luck of the draw, then maybe this is the way to go, where you do have a lot of skill, but it comes down to resource management and actual player skill, and not luck of the draw on who drew the best cards and the best combinations. So there's a lot to like here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think it's a great game. I would recommend picking it up. I do think it's worth the $24.99. If you guys agree, then by all means, go ahead and pick it up. At any rate, thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed it, please make sure that you hit that like button. Feel free to leave a comment down in the section below. And as always, I will see everyone in the next episode. Catch you guys later.